Welcome back to my channel. I just finished making me some brunch. It's literally like 2 p.m. I was extremely tired this morning, so I allowed myself to sleep in until I felt like getting up. I washed and twisted my hair last night really late, hence the scarf. I usually wear a bonnet, but when I do twist and I'm wearing them overnight, I like to put on a scarf so that they'll lay down and my twist won't be all over my head. I'll give y'all a peek at that later. But Sundays are my day of rest. I do my best not to do any work. My mantra is rest, relax, recharge, reset. A lot of times I'll end up doing cleaning because I do believe that cleaning is part of self-care. But today I'm allowing myself a little bit of the soft life. I'm only doing things that bring me peace and relaxation. Hence, I'm not cleaning. I prefer to clean on Saturdays anyway, but I didn't get any cleaning done yesterday, and I'm not doing it today. My house is not dirty because I keep it clean. It can use a little dusting and maybe a mop, but I'm tired and I'm not doing it. I'm still recovering from the holiday break. I spent the whole holiday break upstate with my family, and although I was able to get some rest, I was trying to balance my time between resting, spending time with the family, and getting some work done. And I actually came home still tired, so I was able to get some rest for a couple of days, like 2 days, and then I went back to work, and it was crazy busy at work. So although it was a short week, it was a long week at work, and I was trying to catch up with my own work and get those things done that I put on the calendar for the beginning of the year. So come this weekend, I was extremely tired. I had errands to run yesterday. I got my errands done. I was able to get some rest. I did my hair. But today, it's about relaxing and taking time for me, starting with this brunch. I wanted an English breakfast, so I made myself a vegetarian English breakfast that I'm about to get into. Y'all see me keep looking down at this plate. My first time having an English breakfast, I think it was the first time I went to Mexico years ago in Cancun. And when you go to the buffet style breakfast, they have something for everyone. And I saw people like putting certain stuff on their plate, and I'm like, okay, that looked good. In Mexico, instead of baked beans, it was black beans, and they had the hash brown. And back then I still ate meat, I believe. No, I had stopped eating meat already, but they did have like some kind of vegetarian sausage. And it's like, I like the combo of food, and I noticed that it left me very full. So I looked it up and I figured out that people were eating English breakfast, like the people that were coming over from London to Mexico. That's what they were putting on their plate, and I adopted the meal to my lifestyle. I like food from all different types of cuisines, doesn't matter where it's from, and if I like it, I learn how to make it. Hence me making myself this English breakfast or English brunch since it's late afternoon. So I'm about to get into this plate and then see what else I'm going to do to relax today. So stay tuned. So I decided that I want to stay in bed and read for a couple of hours before I get up and start doing some pampering and cook dinner. And I'm going to take some time to read because I love reading and I never have time to read. I used to be able to read at least one book a month. Last year, I didn't get through a single book. So embarrassing, but I'm giving myself grace. So I'm going to kick off my journey to get some reading done. Some downtime to read the books that I want to read. Starting with this book, Get Good with Money by the Budgetista. And I purchased this book when it was released in summer 2021, I believe, and I never got to it. That's really embarrassing. I never got to the book, and I want to start reading this book because I feel like it will be very helpful with helping me to achieve some of my goals this year. So I'm going to take some time to read, maybe an hour or two. Hopefully I don't fall asleep. And funny thing, y'all, because I've been talking about how 40 has been a journey, I went to get my eye exam right before the holidays, and your sister needed glasses, readers, as people like to call them. And I've never had to wear glasses in my life. No glasses, no contact lenses. I've always had 20/20 vision. And my distance vision is still fine. And my optic nerve, I got my pupils dilated, my optic nerve, everything looks healthy, but my focus and power is about 90% now. So I was prescribed some readers, the lowest prescription possible, And I picked the flyest frames I could find that my insurance covered completely. And these are my glasses, y'all. I can't even see y'all right now. I can only use these glasses for reading and on the computer. That's when I have to wear them. But I've been getting lots of compliments on them. I think they're so cute. And I ain't had to pay nothing. Insurance covered them. So yeah, I use these glasses now for reading, like I said, and computer work, which I definitely need it for because I'm on a computer all day at work, and then I come home and I'm on a computer all evening when I'm doing my work. So I'm going to go ahead and stop rambling because I'm taking away from my reading time, and I'm going to start reading this book, and I'll be back in a little bit to show y'all my pampering routine for the evening. Okay, y'all, so I'm finished my reading session, and I am so glad that I decided to start reading this book right now. And once again, I'm reading Get Good with Money, and it's 10 simple steps to becoming financially whole. And I said that I wanted to start reading this book because I thought it would be helpful with my journey that I'm about to embark on this year and my goals that I want to achieve this year. And like, I was absolutely right. I've only read the first few chapters so far, but already I've been receiving some confirming affirmations. Like, I believe in like signs and symbols, and I was just talking about faith over fear in my 2023 word vlog when I was talking about my goals and intentions and what I want to achieve for 2023. And like in the first chapter, she was talking about faith over fear. And I'm like, you see, it was meant for me to read this book. And just on top of that, I've already been receiving some financial wellness tips, and I can't wait to read more. But right now I'm going to put the book down because I need to cook dinner and I need to do some pampering. And I'm about to prepare dinner, y'all, and I've been fiending for some rasta pasta, shrimp rasta pasta. So I'm going to go ahead and start preparing that. And I'm going to be using some Argentinian red shrimp from Trader Joe's, which is my absolute favorite shrimp in the world. They taste like little lobsters. And I'm going to season up my shrimp with some Walker's Wood jerk seasoning. Mild spicy is a little too spicy for my taste, and I'm going to use some Slap Your Mama seasoning. And although Slap Your Mama seasoning is supposedly Cajun seasoning, I use it for almost everything because it has all the seasonings that I use on the regular, which is salt, red pepper, black pepper, and garlic. So pretty much to me, it's universal seasoning. And I'm going to be using my homemade green seasoning. Caribbean cultures, each country has their own version of green seasoning. I learned how to make it the Trini way. So yeah, this is more of a Jamaican dish, but this green seasoning still works for it. And if you want my green seasoning recipe, make sure you visit my cooking blog, moremeals.com. I'll link that in the description box for y'all. But yeah, I'm going to be using some of my green seasoning to season my shrimp as well. So I'm going to start seasoning this shrimp with some of that Slap Your Mama seasoning. Not too much because jerk seasoning is a little salty already, but I always feel like it can have a little bit more flavor. And now I'm going to add my green seasoning, and it looks darker in color because I usually make my green seasoning in batches, and then I put the batches in an ice cube tray and freeze it up, and I use the cubes of seasoning as I need it. So that is the green seasoning, and now I'm going to add some jerk. And I always try to use a fork or a spoon to put the jerk. I do not like using my hands to season food with jerk because the smell never goes away. I can use gloves as well, but right now I'm going to use the fork, and I'm going to mix everything up with this spoon. I may need a little more jerk seasoning. I'm going to wait until I mix everything up to see. And I added just a touch more of jerk seasoning, and those shrimp are seasoned nicely. And I know I told you guys to check out moremeals.com to get my green seasoning recipe, but to have an idea of what's in it, green seasoning has scallions, pimento peppers, shadow benny, or if you can't find shadow benny, cilantro, fresh garlic and thyme, and I may be leaving out a few things, but if you want the measurements I use and to see how I make my green seasoning, make sure you visit my cooking blog, moremeals.com. And like I said, I was using the Walker's Wood traditional Jamaican jerk seasoning and mild. Now I'm going to put this shrimp to the side to marinate for a few minutes while I cut up the peppers for the rasta pasta. And rasta pasta is traditionally made with green, yellow, and red bell peppers, as those are the rasta colors or Rastafari colors. And green represents the land, while gold represents the gold that was stolen by the British colonizers, and red represents the bloodshed of the people that was lost while Jamaica was under the colonization of Britain. So I'm going to start cutting up those bell peppers so we can get this rasta pasta going. So the peppers are cut up and rinsed. I rinsed them again to remove any leftover seeds. And I'm actually not going to use all these peppers. I'm going to bag up half of them and stick them in the freezer because I don't like an overabundance of peppers in my rasta pasta. And I feel like that's a little too much. So I'm about to get ready to cook the rasta pasta. And to make the sauce, I'm cheating. I usually like to make my sauce from scratch, but sometimes it's a lot of unnecessary work, especially tonight when I'm tired. So the way I make my cheat sauce is a combination of Alfredo sauce and Parmesan cheese. Simple Alfredo sauce. I like to use Trader Joe's Alfredo sauce, but whatever Alfredo sauce you have is fine. And you can use plain old shaved Parmesan, not the powdered stuff you put on your pasta or, you know, the stuff that has the chemicals in it. Straight up shaved Parmesan. And I like to use the one with the Romano and Asiago cheeses from Trader Joe's as it adds a little bit more flavor. So yes, that is how I make my cheat sauce for rasta pasta. And I'm about to get this rasta pasta in the pan and going. Now I've already cooked my penne and it's on the side waiting to go inside of the pan. And I'm going to heat up some olive oil in the pan to get ready for the peppers and the shrimp. And now I'm going to add the peppers to the pan so those can start sauteing. And I feel like that's enough peppers. And I bagged up the rest of the peppers to go in the freezer. Now those peppers are sauteing nicely. I'm going to go ahead and add the jerk shrimp to the pan. And the shrimp is almost cooked all the way through. Ooh, that looks so good, y'all. And now I'm going to go ahead and add the Alfredo sauce because the shrimp is still going to simmer in the sauce a bit and I don't want it to overcook. And I'm just going to add a little almond milk to the jar of Alfredo sauce and shake that up so that I use up all the sauce. And that sauce is simmering nicely, so now I'm going to go ahead and add the Parmesan cheese blend. And I'm not going to add it all because I feel like that's going to be too much cheese. Rasta pasta doesn't need to be extra cheesy. It's the creaminess with a hint of cheese of the sauce with the jerk seasoning that makes it perfect. And I'm going to let that simmer until the cheese melts. I changed my mind. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of that cheese because the sauce needs to thicken up just a little bit more. And I'm going to add the pasta after the cheese melts completely. Now I'm going to go ahead and start adding the penne to the pan. And I cook the penne al dente because I do not like mushy rasta pasta. I like my pasta to be a little bit on the firm side. Whether it's rasta pasta or any pasta I'm eating, I cannot stand no mushy pasta, y'all. And I made a little bit too much pasta, so I'm going to bag that up and put it in the freezer as well. But the rasta pasta is looking delicious. The sauce is thickening up nice. And when you're making rasta pasta, you want to make sure you stir the pan constantly, because if not, the cheese will start to get stuck to the bottom of the pan and burn. So the sauce still looks a little thin, but once I turn off the heat and let it sit a while, the sauce is going to thicken right up. And you guys have been saying that you want to see more cooking. I've not only been incorporating more cooking into my vlogs and on this channel, but I'm launching a whole new cooking channel for you guys this year. I've already done a soft launch. It's called More Meals, just like my cooking blog. And I'm going to put the link to my new cooking YouTube page in the description box. So make sure y'all go subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you'll get everything when I completely launch. But I turned off the heat on this rasta pasta. I'm going to cover it and let it sit for a couple of minutes while the sauce thickens up. Oh yes, y'all, that sauce done thickened up nicely. So I'm about to go ahead and fix these plates because your sis is starving. And I found this rosé at my local liquor store. I know some people like to just drink rosé in the warm months, but I like rosé all year round, especially since I'm a pescatarian. I feel like rosé goes really well with seafood, and it goes really well with spicy food. I've never had this particular rosé before, but I'm about to try it and see how it tastes. I took a little sip, and that wine is delicious, and it has notes of rose flowers, guava, tangerine, and passion fruit. And it says that it's very silky on the palate, and I agree. I can really taste the fruity notes, particularly the tangerine, a little bit of the passion fruit, and it's just really delicious, and it's crisp. I can't wait to drink some more with my food. Let me fix this plate. I had a little taste of the rasta pasta, y'all. Ooh, it came out so good. The perfect amount of spice. And this wine is bomb. I'm about to take my plate and this glass of wine and go watch a few episodes of one of my shows I need to catch up on while I eat and let my food digest before I start my pampering. It's so good. That rasta pasta was hitting, y'all, and it's enough left to pack both myself and my son up some for lunch for work tomorrow. And I've been cleaning the kitchen as I've gone along, so now I just have to wash the last of the dishes, and I'm about to start my pampering routine. That bubble bath was amazing, y'all. It was just what I needed to wind down and relax. I'm going to give my skin just a little bit of TLC, as I had a chemical peel at my dermatologist this weekend. So I don't want to do too much, just a gentle cleansing. And I'm going to take my scarf off for a minute. You guys can see my 2-strand twist or my silly twist that I've had covered up all day. This hair has grown a lot because it's actually long enough for me to do a twist out. I'm going to take those out in the morning before work. But in the meantime, I just need to get them back so that I can do my skincare routine in peace. And I'm just going to put my scarf back on like that and tie the twist back so they're not in my face. And I'm going to use this hydrating gel foam cleanser from Absolute Joy. That is a black owned brand. And I'm going to use one of my compressed sponges that when you wet it swells up into a regular sponge. And I'm going to put some of that gel cleanser on my sponge and just add a little more water. And I'm going to give my face a nice gentle cleanse. And I'm going to pat my face dry with this microfiber face cloth. And just get my eyes first. And just gently pat the rest of my face dry. As this cloth exfoliates, and I don't want to make my skin peel prematurely, as you're supposed to let it peel on its own after a chemical peel. And I do take the exfoliating sponge and just hit my lips a little bit to remove any dry skin. Now I'm going to do a sheet mask to give my skin a moisture boost, because your skin needs extra moisture when it's recovering from a chemical peel, as it gets very dry and flaky. And I'm going to be using this Pixie Volumizing Infusion Sheet Mask with hyaluronic acid, peptides, and botanical collagen. And that's the mask. And I'm just going to go ahead and open that up. It's been a while since I've done a sheet mask. And I'm just going to make sure that I get all the liquid in there on the mask, and I'm unfolding it, trying not to tear it up. Okay, I think I got it, y'all. So I'm going to put this mask on my face. I'm just gonna wipe that off my lips. And cover my nose. So that looks about right. I have the mask on and in place, and I'm going to leave that for 15 minutes. And now I'm going to give my feet, these feet, a nice treatment to make them nice and soft. So my baby sister got me these exfoliating foot peel booties for Christmas. And I gave my mom one because she wanted to try it, and I have one left. And I've never tried a foot peel before, but when you use this foot peel, dead skin is supposed to begin to peel away between 3 to 7 days. And as the skin peels naturally, you're not supposed to force it. You're just supposed to let the skin peel naturally, and you're supposed to be left with baby soft feet. So it says to wash your feet with soap and warm water, and for best results, soak feet in warm water for 30 minutes prior to applying a foot peel mask, and dry feet thoroughly. I've just got out the bath, so I've done that already. So I'm going to get ready to put these on. It says to put on the sock mask booties, and to secure them on the feet. This mask is slipping. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want it all over my lips. But yeah, it says to secure it at the ankle, and then to leave them on for about an hour, and then I'm supposed to soak my feet for 15 minutes per day for the next 7 days. So for right now, I'm going to put these sock booties on and leave them for an hour. I'm going to open them up and see what it looks like. And it looks like it's something similar to this mask that I have on my face as far as texture. Actually, it's plastic. I'm sorry, y'all. It's plastic. It's some plastic booties, and it has some liquid inside, which I'm assuming is the liquid that's going to work to help my feet peel. So I'm going to put these booties on, then I'll show you guys what they look like when I put them on. So I put the booties on my feet, y'all, and I secured it around my ankles with hair ties. I set a timer on my phone for 1 hour. Now I'm going to go ahead and grease down with some coconut oil and finish my skincare routine. And then I'm going to come back and take these booties off and rinse them off my feet. So it's been 15 minutes and it's time to take this sheet mask off, and I'm going to start from the bottom and just peel that off. And look at that. Already my skin is glowing, y'all. And what am I going to do next? I'm going to put this Glow Recipe Avocado Ceramide Recovery Serum on. And I'm going to pump just a drop. That's all I need. And dab that on. And I'm just going to put that all over my entire face. And I'm going to get my neck, get my jaw line real good. And while that settles in, I'm going to put on this Facetheory Ocuwake eye cream. And it helps to like deep puff my eyes, help with dark circles, and help me to look awake. And I'm going to need that with, you know, a new week starting. I want to look refreshed. And get my corners good, and I always put a little bit of moisturizer on my lids. And now I'm going to apply the Glow Recipe Plum Plump Hyaluronic Cream Dewy Moisturizer. And I'm just going to take a dab of that and put it all over my face. And I'm going to get my neck. And to finish off my skincare routine, I'm going to apply the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops to brighten my skin and help it to glow. And niacinamide really helps with fading dark marks. As you can see, I have some dark marks from cystic acne that's healing. That's why I've been getting the chemical peels. The chemical peel is going to lighten that up really good. And I'm also using niacinamide in a few different forms. And I'm also using hydroquinone, which is bleaching cream. I do not put it all over my face as I'm not trying to lighten my complexion. I just apply it to the dark spots as prescribed by my dermatologist so that I can lighten them up and fade them, and it works really well. What also helps too is fresh aloe. I peel off little pieces from my aloe plant and put that on healing acne, and it helps it not to leave a mark as dark and to heal faster. So that's my skincare routine, and now I'm going to take my scarf and put it back on my head properly so that my twist can lay down. And like I said, I'm going to take these out in the morning. Look at that growth, y'all. This hair is growing. Yes. Okay, so let me put this scarf back on. Make sure all my twists are laying down before I tie it. Tied it a little uneven, but it's okay. It should stay. Just make sure and pull that piece up. And I'm just going to roll that up some because my forehead really doesn't like stuff sitting on it. It will break out immediately. And I'm going to pull those twists down and make sure the ones in the front is laying how it's supposed to be laying. And I have my scarf on. My skincare routine is done. And now I'm going to go get me some ice cream for dessert while I wait for this foot mask to settle in. Alright y'all, so it's been an hour. I took off those booties and I rinsed my feet real good and I rubbed them down with some coconut oil. My feet still feel the same, although my feet are not really crusty because I scrub them in the shower every day with a pumice stone. But I'm looking forward to seeing them peel. Actually, I'm a little creeped out about it, but I do want to see it peel and see what they look like, see the outcome, see if I'm going to have baby sore feet like these pills claim. And I'm going to wait until after my feet finish peeling to do my next pedicure because as you guys can see, I can surely use a polish touch-up. But that is it for my pampering routine for the night. Thank you guys so much for watching my Soft Life Sunday vlog. I hope I've inspired you guys to give yourself a little taste of the soft life. Hopefully one day soon this just will be my life. No, I'm not opposed to working hard. I love to work hard. I love to grind. But I don't like to always just be constantly working. Always on the grind, not resting, not relaxing. I'm a Libra. By nature, I need balance in my life. And right about now, I need my skills to be more balanced on resting and relaxing in peace, contentment, happiness. Like, I don't want to feel like a robot always working. And it felt good today to just rest, relax, and do the things that bring me joy and peace. And I'll get back to the grind tomorrow. But this was a taste of the soft life. I definitely want this to be my life, and it's like I'm just going to add the soft life into my routine regularly until it's just my lifestyle. But yes, this is about to go to bed. It's work early in the morning and I need my beauty rest. So I'll see you guys next time, and let me know in the comments what you guys have been doing to incorporate a bit of the soft life in your life. See y'all soon.